Do you ever look at dark chocolate and feel uncomfortable? Or do you feel the need to consume some baking powder on it to make it attractive so that you can consume it? No, right? You accept it the way it is just because you like it for the flavor it possesses. Then I wonder why there is this obsession with fair skin as if it is in our hands to choose our skin shades. Forget about caste, creed, and religion. Color discrimination, too, is one of the most dysfunctional issues prevailing in our society. Color shaming has been prevailing in Indian society since the time people were treated differently based on the social implication from the cultural meanings attached to their skin color. Notably, India wasn't always afflicted by the unbridled colorism it propagates today. Ancient Indian texts, particularly the Mahabharata and the Rigveda, mentioned and celebrated dark-skinned heroes and heroines like Lord Krishna and Draupadi. The Indian society first learned the notion of colorism after it was invaded by the Mughal rulers. Seeds of colorism were only nurtured further during the colonial invasion of India. Under British rule, the fair-skinned lords and viscounts preferred similarly lighter-skinned Indian candidates for important administrative jobs and positions. Amid such practices and subtle brainwashing, the common Indian man too started idealizing white skin as the epitome of all things beautiful and powerful. Skin lightening cosmetics have a huge market in South Asia, but their promotion is being questioned, especially in the wake of the Black Lives Matter movement. India's favorite fairness cream, Fair and Lovely, took the responsibility for the inherent racism and colorism that the product has perpetuated for decades now. Priyanka Chopra, Disha Patani, and Sonam Kapoor expressed their support to Black Lives Matter protest, but they all are guilty of endorsing fairness and lightening creams. Fair and Lovely ad for years sold a narrative of how a dark woman acquires some semblance of self-worth only after her skin color upgrades to the lighter end of that ridiculous fairness scale. And the avenue where this prejudice of fair skin is most visible is the marriage mart. Aside from all marriage ads specifically emphasizing the need for a fair woman, Shadi.com, India's foremost marriage website, recently launched a filter that allows people to search for potential partners on the basis of their skin color. They had to withdraw the filter later, but the thought that it was a viable feature to have on their website itself indicates how regressive people's opinions are. Not just TV ads, daily soaps, and matrimonial sites, but even our movies. Bollywood actress Bhumi Pednekar appeared in the film Bala with makeup evidently intended to make her appear darker. Hrithik Roshan's face was darkened in the movie Super 30 so people could believe he was a man from Bihar. We should appreciate the efforts of people like Nandita Das. She is an Indian actor-director. In September 2019, she produced a 2-minute public service announcement music video, India's Got Color. The music video is about the issue of colorism and urges the audience to celebrate India's diversity of skin color. Friends, beauty doesn't mean fair skin. This shortcoming of fair skin is only created by people and the society we live in. It is like mind over matter. If you don't mind, it doesn't even matter. Your color and your body is the most precious thing, and you were born the way you are. You can carry yourself well and carry this body with utmost confidence, which will even fail many stereotypical beliefs. Your soul makes you different from others. Thank you.